Hi, it's Nick on the 12th, sorry, no, 10th of June, not the 12th of June, 10th of June, continuing this week's theme, penultimate thought on being a messenger. And one of the reasons I see a lot of people stop themselves moving forward is because when they are about to move forward, they kind of go, but I don't know enough, all these people that know more than me, my gurus and, the people I admire and the thought leaders, they know so much more than me. Who am I to be saying this stuff, and what is it that I've got to say? So I think that can be a big form of resistance and unclarity for a lot of people. So let me give you a few of my thoughts to help me through that. Number one, what is enough knowledge? In a time in history where human knowledge is expanding so much, nobody knows everything about anything. So this brings me on to the next point, which is all our expertise is relative. Because I think a tendency that most of us have, and I certainly had this for a long time, was to look at the people who I perceived as knowing more than me, or being more powerful than me, or more advanced or successful than me, whether that was in my field or in other fields, and I would look at them and go, wow, aren't they amazing? What have I got to say that they couldn't say? What have I got to share that they can't say better? So what I didn't realise was I was looking at people here who are my kind of gurus, or the people I look up to. But what I wasn't doing was looking at the other people who don't know what I know. And the truth is, so many people don't know what you know. They don't have the experience you've had. They don't have the insight, the wisdom, the depth of understanding and experience that you have. So this is what I mean by the idea of all expertise being relative. If you want to teach your gurus, you may struggle a bit, or you may know some stuff that they don't know. But if you look at all the people that haven't been on the journey that you've been on, who are relative beginners on the journey that you've dived into, they could really probably learn from you. They could learn a huge amount from you. So it's this idea that all expertise is relative, and most of us trip ourselves up by looking at the people that know more than us and going, who am I to? Rather than looking at the people that know less than us and going, they could really benefit from me serving them. So our job is to do two things, three things really, is to really understand what we do know and kind of own what we do know, not in an arrogant way, but just say, I do know stuff, I do have wisdom, I do have expertise, I do have understanding, simply by virtue of what I've done and how old I am and how many times I've been around the block. So my job is to keep learning from the people that I admire who can help me and serve me, but then my job is to look in the other direction and look at who doesn't know what I know and who I could really serve and help them understand and help them move on by sharing my wisdom and expertise and knowledge with them, so that they can grow and evolve and step into more of their leadership. So I hope that's clear, and don't so it's getting clear on what is enough knowledge and what is enough knowledge relative to the people who we want to serve. And what most of us, I think, overlook, in my experience, is we find it hard to put ourselves back in the position of the people that don't know what we know. We forget what it was like to be a beginner. So we kind of operate out of this place of like, well, I know stuff, but doesn't everybody know it? Isn't it obvious? So that's where we genuinely need to have a powerful, what I would call beginner's mindset, which is we never forget what it was like to not know what we know, so that we can then kind of remember it and say, well, if I remember what it was like to be back there, so what I have is valuable to people back there, and here's how I teach it to people back there. So I hope that's helpful to you. Wishing you a wonderful day. God bless. Bye-bye.